Evening, everyone. I'm Tara, your host for today. Welcome to the sixth webinar of Bridging the Gap. Before we start, let's have a big shout out to our sponsor. This workshop has been sponsored by the American Center Colombo. American Center Colombo, powered by the American Embassy, has been funding these programs which are given to you free of charge. There are programs that focus on developing the skills of the youth today. You can visit their website, Facebook page, and Instagram account for more details. Also, shout out to Headway Learning Solutions. This program is facilitated by Headway Learning Solutions. We've been in the business for the past 20 years till now. We're involved in consulting, training, providing in-service advice for clients. We work with private and academies, universities, corporate businesses, government, and non-governmental organizations involved in education. Any school leaver, fresh out of university, or even people looking for better prospects are very familiar with this word interviews. Have you ever faced one? Well, I have. I've aced some interviews, while some didn't go quite well. So let me introduce you to a person who's going to talk to you more about this subject. And he is an experienced group human resource director with a demonstrated history of working in the apparel and fashion industry. He's skilled in talent management, coaching, strategic planning, employee engagement, and organizational development. He's a strong human resources professional with an MBA focused in business administration and management. We are honored to have you with us, sir. Let us welcome Mr. Jayasinghe to our webinar to talk about preparing ourselves for interviews. Mr. Jayasinghe, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for the brief introduction. And in the interest of the time left for me to do this, to justice to my topic, I'll start straight away. And dear participants, thank you so much for taking part and showing your interest to make a career ahead of you. As you know, these small steps that you are making today will make you a champion one day. So having said that, well, my name is Jayasinghe, as you all know. My topic is going to be how to prepare ourselves for an interview. Now, in today's context, you and I know, right? If I may ask you a question, why do companies recruit people? Companies want people. Why do they want people? It's not because they love us. Remember that. No employer will give us a job because they love us. They take us for a service, for a job, for a task. So therefore, there is a massive, need for us to prepare ourselves internally, mentally, to meet that requirement. There's a famous saying, you hire people for knowledge. I'm sure you know these basic things. We hire people for knowledge. අපි මිනිසුන්ව බඳවා ගන්නේ හැකියාව මත. ඒ කියන්නේ there's a saying, no, හැකියාවට රැකියාව. But those are actually outdated. Those are outdated sayings. It is not for හැකියාවට රැකියාව. There are many things that you have to prepare yourself to be eligible for a job. So I am going to prepare you for that particular, need. So when you know mentally, this is what I have to be. When I go for an interview, then you face the interview better. I hope you all understand up to that. ඔයගලන්ට හැමෝටම තේරුණායි කියලා මම හිතනවා. මම මේ මොකද්ද ඔයගලන්ට විස්තර කරන්න ගියේ කියලා. So, having said that, now why do you want to go for an interview? Very basic. You want a job. Why do you want a job? Why do you want a job? This is a question that you have to answer. Some people think, okay, I want to make a living. I want to make a living. I want to earn some money. Some people will think, well, I want to be somebody like this. Therefore, I have to start my journey now. How you start, where you start, when you start, you have to be mindful. Whether I am interested in that job. What are my true potential? Mage monawada මේක තමයි කියන්නේ මේ realization of potential. මගේ මට පේන්නේ නැති මගේ ඇතුළත තියෙන දේ මොකක්ද? You have to tap your potential. What you see in everybody's life is only like a tip of an iceberg. අපි පේනොමඩ දකින්නේ iceberg එක නිකන් පොඩි කෑල්ලක් විතරයි. වතුර මත පිට තියෙන. But there is so much in us, inside us. So the little children, I'm telling you, you must be able to tap your potential. That is where your career is. Otherwise, you will be doing just a job. Job is painful. මතක තියාගන්න. Job එකක් කරන්න යන කට්ටිය හැමතිස්සෙම ඉන්නේ අසන්තෝෂේ. අපි කරන්න ඕනේ වෘත්තියක්. A profession එකක් කරන්න ඕනේ. දැන් ඒකට මම යනවා. ඒ නිසා first one, I skip this because I have no time to go into this. අපේ මේ අපි රැකියාවක් කරන්න යන්නේ ඇයි? ඇයි අපි වෘත්තියක් කරන්න යන්නේ? We want to be successful in life. මේ points ටික ඔයාගොල්ලෝ හොඳට ගන්න. I'm going to explain to you what success factors are in life. So take them through very carefully. Therefore,
Jayasinghe, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we can't share. We can't see the screen, sir.
Why is that?
Can you please? Probably you have to share the screen again.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
So all this time you did not see?
No, sir. Sorry.
Oh dear.
How
But it
about
was-
now, sir?
Wait, I'll show you. Okay. So you did not hear anything what I said?
We heard you.
Yes, sir. Now we can see the screen. Your desktop.
Can you see now?
We can see your desktop, sir.
Can you see now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
At last.
Yes.
Good that you indicated. Right. So, dear participants, the little participants, I know you all are in your 20s. So, the tender ones, therefore, I'm very careful when I'm, sharing my information, my experience, because I have developed so many people. I have interviewed many people. I have worked for many companies. So, as a result, I know exactly what we expect from the little ones and where people fail. Young ones fail. So therefore, I'm very particular when I'm making my presentation to you. Having said that, we are trying to see your potential. That means you all should understand what your potential is. Having said that, I'll go into this straight away. What is success? දැන් මං කිව්වා අපි මේ රැකියාවක් කරන්නේ අපේ ජීවිතේ සාර්ථකත්වයක් කරා යන්න. අපි ආසයි මිනිස්සු සාර්ථක වෙනවා දකින්න. We don't want to be failures in life. We can fail, but we want to be a failure. That is a crime. As human beings, born to this wonderful world, yes, there are various, economical factors. I'm not talking about those, but individually we can be successful. Now think of people like Abraham Lincoln. He was a very poor person. He became the president of America. So there are so many stories. I'm just giving one little example. Here we have loved ones around us. Yes, financially we may be a little difficult, but we all can be successful if we really want to. That is the secret I'm sharing with you. How you all can be successful in life. So can you all write down, can you answer this question? how do you define success? ලියන්න පුළුවන්ද? Please ලියන්න පුතා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක උඩරිම මේ විනාඩි ගන්න ප්‍රයෝජන ගන්න. Take the maximum use of this little time. I'll do my best. Even if I cannot cover up the whole thing, I'll honestly volunteer myself to support the little ones in the country. Those are our duties for the younger ones. So tell me, Puta, how do you define success? I don't mind even if someone can tell me how do you all see success. මොකද සාර්ථකත්වය කියන්නේ?
Sir, excuse me. We
Yeah.
have an answer. We have answers saying it's hard work. By working hard and achieving our goals is success. Satisfaction in what we're doing. Self-satisfaction to get to a point in life where you feel satisfied with what you've done and to be happy in life.
Good.
Those are some of the answers we've got.
Some of the answers. Now, Puta, good. I'm very happy when you all think like that, because Puta, for you to do anything, you have to think before. You have to first think. When you think only, you can basically, picture it very well. Right? The brain power, what matters in life, but I'll go further and then I will elaborate one by one. Now, I will stop at this. I'll come back to you, how you want to see success. Now, some people said that I want to be successful in life. What is the success factor? Meeting objectives. Right? Correct? Am I right? Some of the answers were like that.
Yes, yes. Sir.
Getting a satisfaction.
Yes.
Now you see, for example, we can be satisfied doing wrong things. Isn't it? Now, say, for example, I can be satisfied by achieving a wrong objective in life.
True. True, sir.
Say, for example, I'm angry with somebody. I plan out something. I create a plot and then I harm that person and I'm satisfied because I achieved the objective. Is it success? In our social system, do you think hurting somebody is a success?
No, not
No,
at all.
Puta, it's not a success. So that's why I said it's not mere achieving objectives. So I'll go one by one later. I'm very happy that I'm basically my audience is very young. I'm very happy. You don't believe, it gives me immense pleasure. Now, Puta, there are some other tools for being satisfied. Sorry, I'll put into the presentations mode. If you want to be successful in life, I'll give you some of the tips you can write down. One thing is there must be a self-realization. Every day, you analyze your day's work, activities, how you have spent the day, what went wrong, what I would have done better, what are the things I did to be satisfied. So like that, right now, say, for example, I'm sure if some of you are still studying, some of you are just, going for higher education, some of you may have just finished your, A-levels and then wondering, what to do. Therefore, I'm giving you these tips. You all must understand that. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? Mata mukadda wenna one. Mata mukadda wenna one de. Mage monawada kැමති de karanna. Some people may like engineering work, technical work. Some may like, production. Some may like HR. Some may like supply chain. Some may want to start a business. Whatever you do, it should be something in you. It is not something because parents tell you. I know a lot of people who have failed in life. They are doctors today by trying to satisfy the parents. But that is not what they wanted to become. Very unfortunate. පුතාලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා ඇතිනේ සමහරු වෛද්‍යවරු එක එක තනතුරු දරනවා මොකක් හින්දාද වෛද්‍යවරයෙක් වුණේ අම්මා තාත්තා කිව්වේ හින්දා. So they went to satisfy the parents. But that is not in him. So do you think he will do well? You will never do well if it is not in you. So you have to be very mindful, Puta. but get advice. Getting advice is different. Go to somebody learned, go to someone educated, go to someone whom you can trust upon, go to elderly person, analyze your skills and all that, but then decide what is ideal for you, not what is ideal for others. Next one is, you must understand, okay, where am I now? Man කොතනද ඉන්නේ දැන්? Then අපිටම උදාහරණයක් වුවොත්, now you all have been school in the school, right? Some may have thought, my God, I want to get into the university. Some may have not come to the university. Can't help it. But that's okay. I will tell you, I bet you, those who have not gone to the university can be more successful than those who went to the university. I know it very well. Later in life, there are a lot of things that I do for young ones. As a mentor, as a coach, we have developed people. I can tell you some of the CEOs, they have not got the formal education, like in the sense they have not get into the university. But today there are a lot of opportunities for you all to go to affiliated universities later. There are so many opportunities, not like our days. During our days, you have to enter the university if you want to make a career. Today, the young ones are very lucky. There are diploma, but don't just go to any, each and every university. There are useless places. Be careful, because there are people who want to make money, but go to formally accepted universities. There are people, there are very good lecturers. Go to them and learn. So having said that, you have to see what you want to be, where are you now, and now see, during your school days, I'm sure most of the children, they are not very objective driven, because some children are missing out those opportunities. That's okay, Puta. I'm telling you, don't worry. Young 20s mean you still have a lot of energy in you. But now harness that energy. I'll support you all at any cost. Therefore, you have to see, okay, I'm not in that direction now. What you have to do now? So you made a mistake, that's okay. But those mistakes are learning opportunities for you. You can correct yourself better. There's a saying, failures are the pillars of success. Just because you did not get into the university, don't worry, I'm telling you. It's a blessing at times. In today's context, most of the universities in Sri Lanka are closed. Most of the children are on the road. You see what is happening in the university in Sri Lanka. But that's okay, Buddha. That's what I'm telling you. If some of you have entered, that's okay. If some of you have not entered, don't worry about it. But let's work out something different. So take bearings on your journey now. Where are you now? Versus what you wanted to become, and where are you now? So that you can see the gap. Are you ahead, in line, or below your expectations? Then okay, I am ahead of what I planned, or I am in line with what was planned, or I am below what I expected. Don't worry. Are you satisfied where you are now? Because you all are still young, sometimes you may be still online, because if somebody wanted to get into the university, and if you are in the university, you may think, yes, I'm satisfied now, because that was my objective. But you have to have the next vision as well. What if you have not got now? What have you got to do now if you have not achieved? That's my... So life is uncertain. Future is unknown. That is why you need to have strategic planning about your life. If you have a good plan, you will never fail. Cannot predict the future, but we can create it. Creating is the one that I'm going to talk about. So under any given circumstances, You are very solid. Now I will come out with a nice story. Remember these stories because I'm giving you something very close to our, lives. This gentleman, Peter Brabeck. I was in Nestle's as head of HR when I was in my 30s. And I happened to be in Switzerland several times. And this was one of my, I would say, gurus. Why I say Peter Brabeck, he was the chairman, global CEO of Nestle, based in Switzerland, Vevey. This gentleman came out with a nice story to me. Once he came for a forum, and there were, when I was in Switzerland in 1994, there was a gentleman called Mauker. Mauker was the global CEO, and he was a very, very competent, he was very senior, about 70 years of age, but he was very aggressive, and he had a lot of strategies with him, and he was the one who put Nestle into the right track. Earlier, Nestle was known as a sleeping giant. They had so much of resources, but they were not utilized properly. But with the emergence of Mauker, right, Nestle completely changes work patterns, strategies. And then in 1998, 4 years later, when I was in Switzerland, I met this gentleman. He's the one who took over from Mr. Mauker. This gentleman is called Peter Brabeck. So one of my American friends, right, asked this gentleman a question. He said, sir, Mr. Mauker has kind of strategized the entire Nestle system, and he had the strategies in place. Why do you want to come with a blueprint? He had a concept called blueprint, puta. Eka tamai yage vision neka. That was Mr. Peter Brabeck's vision. That was the blueprint. Again, blueprint is another word for strategies. Normally, you all know, when you talk about the strategies, you know, the upaya marga. Yan api kata karanakotta, api kata karane monawada? Alu products monawada tiyenne, evala volumes monawada, evala prices monawada, evala growth එක මොකක්ද? ඒව තමයි අපි කතා කරන්නේ. එතකොට මේ පුජ්‍යලයයි නම් කිව්වා, look, now this is where people needs are spoken of. He said, gentlemen, people say I have a war outside. දැන් මෙයා කියන කතාව මේ. එයා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? මිනිසුන්ට war එකක් තියෙනවා එළියේ. කම්පැනි එහෙමනේ කියන්නේ. People say that I have a battle outside. මට තියෙනවා සටනක් එළියේ. People say that I have a competition outside. මට තරඟකාරීත්වයක් තියෙනවා එළියේ. He said, I have no war outside. මට එළියේ කිසිම යුද්ධයක් නැහැ. I have no battle outside. මට සටනක් එළියේ නැහැ. I have no competition outside. මට කිසිම තරඟයක් එළියේ නැහැ. Where do you find them? Inside. බලන්න මේ වචන වල වටිනාකම. හැමතැනම අපේ සටන තියෙන්නේ ඇතුලේ. ගෙදරක් ගත්තොත් එළියේ මිනිස්සුනේ අපිට ප්‍රශ්න ඇති කරන්නේ අපිමයි. කම්පැනියක් ගත්තොත් කම්පැනි ඇතුලේ කුලල් කා ගන්නවා. ඉස්කෝලයක් ගත්තොත් ඉස්කෝලේ ඇතුලේ ෆයිට්. පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ගත්තොත් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ ෆයිට්. Everywhere we have fights. Where? Inside. Therefore, what he said is, gentlemen, you prepare inside for me. එයා අපිට කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ මට ඇතුළ හදලා දෙන්න. I'll fight out the outside. අන්න එතෙන් තමයි මම ඔයගොල්ලන් ගේන්නේ. Companies want good people inside. ඒක තමයි මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දෙන message එක. Now see what they are looking for. They are looking for people, the right people for the business. not anyone and everyone. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැනගන්න ඕන ඉන්ටර්විව් එක යනකොට මම මේ ආයතනෙට හරි එක්කෙනා කියලා පෙන්වන්න ඕන ඔයා. You understand? So I'll go to the next one. Don't worry. පුතා මේක වටිනාම එකක් හොඳේ. But I don't know whether in the interest of the time, whether I have time, but I'll touch on some key points. පුතා ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා Nokia, right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ think all of you must be very tech savvy. I know. You all must be bloody good on your, what these smartphones. So, Nokia, during my times in 1990s, when I was in Nestle, I was carrying a Nokia phone. And that company was one of the top companies at that time, Puta, Nokia. But see what CEO Stephen Elop said. This was taken over by Microsoft. Microsoft company in Gatta Megola. The CEO was crying. He said all his management team himself included teared sadly. See, they have cried. Nokia has been a respectable company. They did not do anything wrong in their business. However, the world changed too fast and their opponents were too powerful. They missed out on changing. They missed out on learning. And thus they lost the opportunity at hand to make it big. Make it loku deval wage kiyanawa make kiyanawa not only they missed the opportunity to earn big money, they lost their chance of survival. Make වැදගත් දේවල් ටිකක් තියෙනවා මම ටක්කල් කියවන්නම්. If you don't change, you will be removed from the competition. See, now this is the mindset you need to have. Any person joining a company must have this mindset. If your thoughts and mindset cannot catch up with time, you will be eliminated. අපිට වෙනස් වෙන්න බැරි නම් පුතා අපි out. See, in my, how young I am, you can see, right? Still I'm betting because I love change. I'm still working. Why do I work? You think companies will hire an old man like me? They hire for knowledge. They hire for attitude. So all of you have the opportunity because you all are in your 20s. Be like that, Puta. Be very positive. Be very active. Be very smart. So the advantage you had today, yesterday will be replaced by tens of tomorrow. Api ada inna pula honda tatteka Puta. But tomorrow you don't know what will happen. Because today we are in a very competitive environment. There is a thing called 500 fortune companies. Today you can Google and see. In the 80s, every 5 to 10 years only they check the ratings, the ratings of 500 fortune companies, because the change was very slow. Today, every hour there's a change of the ratings. So who bring about this change? How can these companies change? People. The people are the ones who bring about the success or the failure to the company. So that is you and me. Then you don't have to do anything wrong. As long as your competitors catch the waves and do it right, you can lose out the fight. Now see, that CEO is a good CEO. But he could not live up to the competition. This is what happened to him. Then the change and improve yourself is giving yourself a second chance. I'm very happy that this training is done. I'm thankful to the organizers. Puta, these are opportunities extended to you for you to learn what is happening around the world. So you have to be thankful to the organizers for giving this kind of support to your life. To be forced by others to change is like being discarded. If someone has to force you to change, so that means you have still not embraced change. It has to be automatic, Buddha. You don't have to wait until others tell you. You should know, if you don't change, your life is gone. right? Those who refuse to learn and improve, you will definitely become redundant and not relevant. What ඉගෙන ගන්න කියන්නේ පොතපතේ ඕනේ පුතා. මම ඒවා අපි ඉස්සරහට එමු. Learn කියන්නේ මේ study කියන අර්ථයෙන් නෙවෙයි. There are many ways to learn. The best way of learning is experiential learning. වැඩ කර කර ඉගෙන ගන්න එක තමයි හොඳම ඉගෙන ගැනීම. ඒක තමයි workshop, apprenticeship, හරියට වටින්නේ ඒකයි. That is where the universities fail. Because they don't give enough of experiential learning. Now, of course, they give internships and all that. But it's better that you get that exposure and think of those. Now, Puta, you understand then change is inevitable. Ne? Change it is happening, whether you like it or not. Right? Now, I'm going to tell you about successful. What is successful? Right? Success is, come back to you now. Success has two factors. Prepare within to face the external elements to be successful. What do you mean by prepare within and within the organization? First of all, I'll go to this one because I told you what success is. For me, success is nothing but number one factor is health. Be mindful. Health is wealth. I know there are some people who come for interviews to me. When I ask, they are brilliant. They are very bright. They have, some at the age of 27, they have even MBA. They have all the qualifications under the sun. While doing the degree, they have either SIMA or SIM. When they are about 23, 24, they have all these qualifications. But it is useless. Why? They have neglected their health. So, Puta, when I ask them what they want to be, they say, sir, I want to become a CEO. Puta, I'm telling you with my vast experience, becoming a CEO is not a joke. Huh? There's a lot of hard work. Now, I'm indirectly telling them, Puta, with such a massive figure, you don't believe. Even before you become a CEO, you die. You become a sick person, Putte. It's not a joke. People should be mindful. So I'm very caring. I'm very caring for the young ones. Right? So remember, when you say health, you have to be both physical and mental. So some people, they are physically very, having muscles, 6 packs, 8 packs, I don't know how many packs they have, right? But mentally they are very crocodile, I'm telling you. They want to show the body and they want to show that they are very healthy. They are not healthy, Puta. They have the muscle power, but they don't have the mental power. Very unfortunate. So when you say health, right, it should be, you have to have the balance. You are physically and mentally healthy. Now, see, it's not my quotes. These are wonderful people. This is John F. Kennedy, one of the, high-ranking American presidents. What does it say? Intelligence and skill can only function at the peak of their capacity when the body is healthy and strong. So healthy physique make a healthy mind. බලන්න අසනීප වෙලාවක අපිට හිතන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. අසනීප වෙලාවට මුකුත් කරන්න බැරුව එහෙ ඉන්නවා. No, when you are sick, you are not, your mental faculty doesn't work. So these are glaring example, Buddha. Now see, you may have seen now, there are so many matches being played. See, how physically fit they are. Otherwise, you can't perform. There, you have to check your physical fitness all the time. So number one is health. Now, what happened to, this Steve Jobs, a brilliant case. And he said, had I known that I will, be like this and that I will not make use of money that I have earned over the years, he wouldn't have worked like that because he neglected his entire, the personal life. What is the point? So you should have the balance, Puta. Now, I must tell you, I started my career out at sea. I was 19 years when I was a cadet officer. When I was going out at sea, we were told SOS, save our soul. Ape jeevitha beraganna. So when you are in trouble in waters, you basically send SOS Morse code. Those days, unlike now, there was a Morse code system. You basically send a message to nearby countries so that, and the vessels around, so that they come to your rescue. It's so easy, save our soul. The best part of that was my beginning of my life. And after my retirement from Coca-Cola, I was at Sampath Bank for a short while, and then I got a break in Bangladesh. I was in Apollo Hospitals, Bangladesh, as the group HR director. There, the doctors give a message to the patients. Again, they give SOS. What do you mean by SOS? I'm very much concerned about the young ones. What do you mean by SOS there? So the doctors tell the patients, be mindful of SOS. One of the SOS can anyone answer? Kuta, Tara, are they answering?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. One S is for sugar.
Oh, we have an answer, sir, by Nuan Jayasinghe. Sugar, oil, and salt.
Excellent. Give a clap. Excellent. My God, where did you learn that? I'm very happy. Avoid sugar. Avoid mean, I'm not that, you should not enjoy, but you should know your limits. Sugar, O for oil. Other is for?
Salt.
Salt. Salt is one of the worst, huh? Because today, if kidney is affected, it will definitely have impact on your heart. So those are the findings. So you have to be very mindful. So I'm sure the children here, they are not fools. They are very smart ones. So be mindful, Putave. Even if you want to eat Chinese and all that, be mindful. Don't go for Chinese every day. So what I'm trying to tell you is look after your health. If you want to go on a great journey, yeah? Okay, next one. Next one is financial stability. That is why you are going for a job. Now, if someone is studying, this is not number two. If you are still studying, education is your second success factor. But since you are talking about employment, this is what I am going to tell you. Let's see what Bill Gates says. He says, if you are born poor, it is not your mistake. What to do, Bude? I mean, your parents are poor, what to do? But if you die poor, it is your mistake. So since you are starting a career, starting your new life, this is a very strong message to you. I'll give you some tips how to save money. Then, now look at this guy, Warren Buffett, one of the richest guys. Those days he was the first or second richest guy. Now, of course, there are new richer people. That's okay. See, Putha, the red circle over here. On spending, very, very important for young ones. On spending, what does it say? If you buy things you don't need, soon you will have to sell things you need. Phone card wal sa apit gili ne kani. Dakal dinane. Monad ever kyan pute me ugas card isra apit gilla. Ay minusu inne. Damn sin, I feel sorry for them. If you buy things you don't need, කියන ඔයගොල්ලෝ සල්ලි බොරුවට වියදම් කරනවා. දැක්කද ඒ කියන්නේ මාකටිං වල තියෙන ඩේන්ජර් එක. young ones අපි ගමුද? You know, party, going with friends. Don't do that, පුතා. Soon you will have to sell things you need. වාට ඕන දේවල් අත්‍යවශ්‍ය දේවල් තමයි වාට අයින් කරන්න වෙන්නේ. Next one on savings. This I tell you slowly. On saving, ඉතුරු කිරීම ගැන. How do you save? Do not save what is left after spending. Say you get your salary. You know, this one will buy, we'll go on a trip. You do everything. Luckily, if you save some money, but spend what is left after saving. So, if you save by spending some money, there's some remainder, that will be a saving normally. So, what he says is, do not save what is left after spending. දැක්කනේ? වියදම් කළ ඉතුරු වෙන එක මේ ඉතුරු කරන්න එපා. But spend what is left after saving. ඉතුරු කළා මම කියන්නේ there is a determination, there's a plan. Every month I'm going to save this amount of money. Then balance you spend. Then you are guaranteed of a saving every month. Now see how, no wonder why they became rich people in the world. See, these are important things. Huh? So number one is health. Number two is financial stability. Okay. Now, I'm giving you another example. You go for a job today. At the interview, you know, you will say, okay, give me 30,000, 25,000, 50,000, because you all are still young, right? So that's the range people will employ for. Then you are very happy. Say you thought it will be 25, but suddenly the company says, okay, we'll pay you 40. You are very happy. You tell me how long that happiness will last. I'm very happy. They will come and tell the parents also, Tati, I expected only 25, or Ammi, I expected only 25, but they said I can earn 40,000. Very happy. How long you think that happiness will be there? So next year, do you want a salary increment? Following year? Yes or no? Yes or no?
We have answers saying yes, sir.
Yes. You will ask for, you will expect that. This is why I'm going to tell you. With the financial stability, today you are happy. Because I expected X amount, but I'm getting something more. But there is no guarantee that company will keep on increasing the salary. This is my point to you. Therefore, there is a big thing that you have to do. Number one, company will pay you for the current job. There's a market. Now say you come for an interview to me. So I interview you. What do I look into in your CV? Whether you are good or bad, whether you are the right candidate for me. The normal, formal interview process is what? Traditional interview process, face to face. Now, CV okay, up to what level you studied? So you say O level, A level, diploma, various things. Okay, I'm with a degree, right? Okay. Then they will see whether you have any work experience. Young ones will not have experience, but they will have internships. Sometimes they will have, you know, some experience. Some may not have any experience because considering your time, age, perfectly all right. Then there are ways that I will look into. That is what I will elaborate further. So on this CV, according to your CV, I say I want executive or a trainee or another, you know, sales officer, marketing officer. You know, there are various jobs, right? Or I want somebody for my workshop, right? So the point here I'm going to harp on is that the job that you are getting today and that will pay you the salary based on the market. It's a market that will decide your salary. The employer will know, just because you ask for any salary, they will not give. They know that they can get this kind of quality of people for that price, because they basically do benchmark. The apparel industry. If you take apparel industry, you want to join apparel industry, you know, other companies also know the going rates. So it's the market that will decide how much you will get. So therefore, if you want to have a better salary increments, promotions, what you should do, then you have to come into this one, career progression. Very important, Putha. So you career or financial stability. Financial stability, I went here, no? Yeah. What is financial stability? It has to be stable. Not that you have money today and tomorrow you don't have money. It's not stability. Then if you take Sri Lanka, financially not stable. You understand? You take our own country. Financial stability is very poor. Why? We are not manage our finance properly. That is why I am giving you these tips. So in order to make sure financial stability, the stable vendanam, stavara vendanam, then you have to go into what? Career progression. You must go into career progression. Career progression is, this is, you know, the famous guy Steve Jobs. He said, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. You must do something that you love. You like it. Otherwise, don't do any job just because you want a salary. Maybe initially you will do something, but you must some or other look for the right job, what you love. Why? Then you don't have to make any effort. It is effortless. Now, say for example, the job that I am doing, you know, I am a lecturer, I am a mentor, you know, I don't feel tired because I love it. When you love something, you never come home tired. I'm telling you the gospel truth. You enjoy work, Putha. You see, this is what this gentleman says. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Why? Then you don't feel tired. Now, have you gone to go to a workshop or automobile workshop? I have seen the people there, they get under the car. Have you seen the mechanics? They are under the car, right? They go under the car till about 1, 2, 3. They never come out of the vehicle. Why? They are so fascinated. And they don't come at 12:30. They work like that. And only around 3:30, they come wash their, all the majang, all these dirty hands. And then only they eat. That should be your passion, Pute. So that is because you do something you love. Studies are also like that. Says there are people, if I like, say, math, I can work without having my lunch or tea breaks. They love it. I have seen there are some people who like computer technical work. Good gracious, I have seen to my own eyes. They are so engrossed with the job, they don't think of tea or anything. They want to finish the job and go. That is the satisfaction they get. That is their food. So, excuse me. So, Puta, you must select the right job for you. Until you select the right job, don't just join a company and say, I can do any job. Then, what do you want to do? Sir, what job I like any job. Don't do any job. You tell them, these are the jobs I really love. If there's an opportunity, I love it. But until then, I will join in any other place to, because we all know without a job, sometimes people can't leave. Then you can tell them, sir, actually, these are my interested areas. But a chance I can come, sir, be very truthful. Then you can emphasize, you can say, if I get that job, sir, I will not want anything. I want a good career. Career can Tamagi Jite, Vurtime Avastawak den. Can our Vurti cake win? Job Kiwagamamputi Harikatai. Okay, I'll go to the next one. So career progression. Career progression in Nanang, there must be continuous learning. The Balana companies Balan Fatima Oglan Denne. Eka Mankan come to integrated lesson and the Baputa. Integrated Anisella Tamam Balano Mono the I thinking idea Balan with ear. Continuous learning. Continuous learning can Akanda Iginim. Make Ivarak ne. The medical field take Yotema. Why? Medicine is developing so fast, right? And you are dealing with lives. You can't make a mistake. Mistake you can't play fool with lives. Then that color. Puta, Kaurari boy, then Vaidivarik Penyanova, Gagan answer the Kene. Why he will be successful? He's utter failure. Is utter failure. So therefore, you have to think of continuous learning, CI, continuous improvement, continuous learning. What Mahatma Gandhi has said. He has said, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Jivat tennone, hete marnoi kiyana. Ei em kiyanne. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Hete marnoa ge jivat tenne minutu pau karanne. My God, I'm going to die tomorrow. At least he will leave some values. Today, Puta, you get animals. Huh? In today's society, you have animals. You should not use the word even animal. Because animals are also innocent. They are wild people. But learn as if you are to live forever. As if you are living forever. See the purpose of learning, the value of learning, right? Then look at this guy, Abraham Lincoln. What has he said? Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Mata pay aya dunnot ga kapanna harda. Yeah, first 4 hours මොනවද කරන්නේ? යා මුවත් කරනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ දැනුම වැඩි කරනවා කියන අර්ථයෙන්. See, this is continuous learning. Upscaling yourself, upskilling yourself. Right? Then, who is this? Mandela, Nelson Mandela the Great. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Right? Then, how much of time left now?
Sorry,
how much
sir?
of time? How much of time is left? I'll run through something fast.
You have time, so don't worry.
Don't worry.
I'll
Okay.
let
Let
you know.
me give you about 10 minutes time so that I finish it nicely. Yeah? Uda,
Sure.
now see, I talk about, what did I talk? There were 4 elements I talk of. Number 1, health. Number 2, financial stability. Number 3, career progression. Number 4, continuous improvement, continuous learning. All these 4 elements are self-concerned. I have a good health. I have a good job, I have good financial stability, right? I have a good career. I go for my higher education every time. I update myself. I'm well informed, very well, I'm very knowledgeable. Success factor you are very selfish. You are in a social system. Now see, I am, now I have been heading functions. Right? If I'm a selfish person, if I'm talking about only my success, then those 4 elements are only about my success. But you have a responsibility. Now, now see, I'm very happy with the organizers here. Now they are doing something, going out of the way to help you all. Now this is the social responsibility. We all should know we have to do something for our next generation, the tender ones, young ones, to take the country to another level, to become great leaders, to become great human beings, right? So therefore, social responsibility is something that we need to have. Samajiya wagakima puta. Da apitum mata goliyo hitiyana mama igana ganna mama utsaha gannawa wage man puluwan wenna ona egolanta ata denna diunu karanna. That's a social responsibility. This is what he said. The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. You know Sri Lankan politicians. Sri Lankan politicians, do they create leaders or they want followers? Answer my question, please. Sri Lankan politicians, do they want leaders or they like followers?
We have answers saying followers, sir.
Excellent, Puta. So don't be a follower, I'm telling you. Don't be a yes man to these rascals. Be yourself, Puta. Be yourself. Be strong. Right? We have a responsibility. That's our social responsibility. Therefore, we have to develop this is our exercise. We want you all to take, leadership in a small way. You can play a role of a leadership at home. Why not? You can play a role of leadership with your friends. You can guide them, direct them, stop them from doing something wrong. You can tell them, that's leadership. Guiding people. We can do a lot, Puta. Right? Social responsibility. Next one comes spiritual inclinations. I know this group has a wonderful set of Buddhists, Christians, Muslims, Hindus. They are a wonderful family. This is called a family of Sri Lanka. So we have spiritual inclinations, Buddha. I have my own, way of thinking. Everybody has freedom to think what they think is right. All what we should do is we must never harm any other person. So, Buddha, I'll give you a small philosophy of Buddhism. Buddhist philosophy is don't do anything harmful to you, neither to others. Then there's nothing to worry. Don't do anything harmful to you, nor to others. How innocent. We are harmless people. Spiritual inclination, Puta. So we have to be spiritually inclined. Then we never do anything wrong to others. We will never do anything harmful. We will be, very cooperative. It's a nice family. So imagine intellectual power. We don't need more intellectual power. Every time we don't want to think of, brain power, but there is something, around us. Cosmic power. There's God. People believe in gods. There's godly power. So think of those spiritual things. Then we'll be better human beings. These are the things employee will look into in you. A company wants people with values. Okay, now I go to, now you saw, no? These 4 elements about yourself, these 2 elements about others as well. So if you are a very successful man, you will look into all these 6 elements. Don't think about yourself only. In a social system, you have to look after other people as well, Puta. You will be a wonderful human being. Imagine God will bless you all the time. Okay, next I go. After that, what do you want? Now, this is something that I will run through fast. The critical factors for performance. Now, when you go for an interview, you have to be mindful of those 4 elements. Puta, I am a psychometrician. Psychometric is part of industrial psychology. Now, there are big companies like SHL. SHL is a British-based industrial psychology, one of the biggest company based in UK. That's called SHL, Saville Holsworth Limited. There's another one called Carlton Learning. That's based in US. So I was so lucky when I was working for Nestle and Coca-Cola. These companies have invested in me heavily, Puta. මට ගොඩාක් මේවා exposure එක දීලා තියෙන්නේ. මම ඔයගලට තව එක දෙයක් කියන්නම්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් මේ රස්සාවකට යන හින්දා මම කියන්නේ. Then if I ask you this, Puta, I want this answer as well. Now tell me, to what you are today, other than ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉන්නවනේ එක එක වයස්වල පොඩි දරුවෝනේ පුතා. අද ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔතනට ඔය මට්ටමට එන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ කාටද ගෞරව කරන්න කියලා මම ලියලා යවන්න. Whom do you respect? Whom do you, worship? Whom do you respect or pay, or give credit to what you are today? Tell me.
We have answers as parents and teachers, sir.
Excellent. Puta, now this is the difference between young generation like you and now old man like me. You will see, Puta, very good. I'm very happy, thankful. Puta, do you know, up to your age, yes, parents, teachers have helped you. For me also, my parents have given me the foundation. Teachers have taken me to another level at school. Now comes the most critical point, Putte. As I stand before you now, I worship my companies. Can you imagine? They have paid my parental role as well to what I am today. They have invested in me, Puta, what my parents would never invest. Millions. Millions they have spent on me. They have sent me overseas. I have been to about 50 countries. I have worked overseas. Now imagine, Puta, I'm telling you this. So, thanks to whom? Thanks to the companies. But don't forget, I told you, companies don't love you. Companies don't love you. Don't forget. What is the message? I have worked so hard for them to realize that he's a gem, he's a company, and they have to invest in me. So they wanted more and more from me. They wanted more and more from me, and therefore they invested in me. Now see how it goes hand in hand. Naturally, the companies are businesses. They want to make money, obvious. That is the objective, no? Even if you want to start a company, what is the purpose of the company? You want to start a business. You want to make money. Understood. So when you run the business, when you have some good people, you want to look after them. You don't want to lose them. You will see when you get into companies. So I'm thankful to my companies. They invested heavily on me. So I talk about the 4 elements. These are not my theories, Pute. These are not my theory. These are the theories of SHL. So I was so fortunate. They have trained me on those things. Therefore, I'm sharing this with you. Number one critical factor. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉන්ටර්වියු එකට යනකොට මේගොල්ලෝ බලන්නේ මෙන්න මේ ෆැක්ටර්ස් ඔන්න ඔලුවට ගන්න. දැන් ඔන්න ප්‍රෙපෙයාර් කරගන්න ඕගොල්ලෝගේ ඔලුව. Number one factor is this, very important. Ability. What is ability? මේ ඔය සිංහල තේරුම නෙවි මං කියන වචනේ. මතක තියාගන්න මං කියන දේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මොකද්ද පිටේ පේන්නේ මෙතන? What do you see here? What is the image you see? What is the image? Yes?
We have answers saying a car, an engine, a
Engine.
product.
Yes, engine. Buddha, what does engine indicate? What does it show? From the engine, what do you derive? What is the meaning you get in the engine? Have you got the right answer?
We have
What?
brain of the car, heart of the car, car. Yes.
What does it symbolize, Pute? Mokadda me engine making ඔයගලන්ට කියන්නේ දැන් say for example you go to a motorcycle, there is 90cc, 125cc, I don't know, 225, 250, I don't know, 350 or 500. You have various cc's, right? Cars, 1000, 800, 1500, 2000, right? What does it indicate in the engine?
Excuse, sir. We have answers saying the capacity and the power.
Capacity, absolutely. I give a clap. Yes, Puta. This is the capacity. This will show what you can do with this car. Bigger the engine, bigger the capacity, its performance is higher. Now remember what I said. So Puta, this is ability here in psychometrics. Industrial psychology. Industrial psychology wala මේක කියන්නේ මෙයාගේ මේ එන්ජින් එකෙන් පෙන්නන්නේ මිනිහෙක් වා මේක තමයි මිනිහගේ තියෙන brain power එක පෙන්නන්නේ. Can how much is there? How much is your brain power? Not physical power, the brain power. Your academic qualification, professional qualification, your experience, all that is known as your engine, your capacity. This is your capacity. Now remember these words. Capacity is called the engine. Engine. Okay? Now you can see the difference in performance. 90cc එකන කරන වැඩ එකයි අර බලන්න 500 ඩුඩමින් එකන යන්නේ බඹයා වගේ යන්නේ. So this is one of the elements. If you want to perform well, this is one of the elements, your engine, your thinking power, your brain power, your brain power. So brain power is talk about education, qualifications and rich experience. Okay, tamage capacity එක. බලන්න technical ඔයා බලන්න මම දැකලා තියෙනවා ඔයා බලන්න plumber කෙනෙක්. අපි දුමු plumber කියන්නේ ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාව වල license තියෙනවනේ ඒව කරන්න. You need to have license to become a plumber. Carpenter, they are rich people. ඔය අපේ රටවල තමයි මේ තුට්ටු දෙකට ගණන් ගන්නේ. Right? Any job that you do professionally, there's a more demand, Puta. But only thing you have to become professional. You have to be very talented. Right? So, this is your brain power. Habai make a tibba paliyatama, people don't perform. I don't have to tell you, no. Now, mam gane parliament ekamai. Ogalanta api dakinone. Now in the parliament, do you find professors? Do you find professors? Do you find people with degrees? Most of the people are with grade 8, 9. I don't talk about them. But there are also some educated people. You tell me what they are doing. It's ashamed. ඔයා බලන්න කැම්පස් එක බලන්න අපේ යුනිවර්සිටීස් වහලද තියෙන වැඩියෙන් ඇරලාද තියෙන වැඩියෙන්. Most of our young people, they are on the roads. Who run parliaments? Who run parliaments? What are their qualifications? Their titles are longer than their names. Double PhD, I don't know if MPhil, you name they have it. But they can't run a bloody organization. They have the brain power. They have the brain power, no? They can talk very well. They can tell the page of the book also. And aval pitiyo ekya tiyenawa. They are very bookish. Pote vitara danum vitarai tiyenne. So that alone is not good enough for you to perform. Conceptually they understand. What is the other missing factor then? So yeah, they have a very good engine. Nah? Number 2 is your motivation. Then බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගාව මේව හදා ගන්න. Motivation is abhiprerana. What is abhiprerana? What do you see here? What do you see here? Answer?
We have answers saying it's petrol.
Petrol,
fuel
yeah,
for the
fuel.
engine.
Excellent. Fuel, puta. Fuel is, what do you mean by fuel, puta? You know, fuel, you know, petrol, diesel, all that is,
Yes.
yeah, this is fuel. Now, why do you want the engine want fuel? Now, I showed you the engine first. Why do you want the fuel? To run the engine. Without fuel, engine can't run. දැක්ක නේද? මිනිසුන්ගේ ඇඟේ මොකද්ද fuel කියන්නේ? මොකද්ද එනවා? In our life, what is fuel? What is fuel? Human life, what is fuel?
We have answers saying food, motivation, knowledge, blood.
Yeah, motivation, pute. You need energy. Food is, you know, food provides us energy, correct? So what we need is, we have to be very energetic. In Sinhala, you call it, you need to have a gaya. You know, there are nice words that I use in my training. You have to be energetic. You need energy. Without energy, that engine can't run. That means my brain will not work without motivation. You understand now how industrial psychologists highlight these things. So when you go for the interview, you have to impress the interviewer. See, I have the capacity and I'm a self-starter. කියනකන් ඉන්න. You have the level of motivation, very active. You want to do things. You see, you want to see results. This is a missing point in most of the people who study. Very pathetic. This is where Puta supports sports. Sports කියන එක මිනිහෙක්ගේ දෙනවා පුතේ පුදුම ජවයක්. So therefore, from today onwards, if you want to go for interviews, be very energetic. ඔයා විශ්වාස කරන්න. When a person walks into my room, I know whether I should hire or not. කකුලක් තියලා කකුලක් ගන්නේ අවුරුද්දක් යන කකුලක් කියලා කකුලක් තියලා ගන්න. I never take lazy people into my job. Because you can't keep on pushing people, Pute. Now I'll tell you what employer will look for. පුතාලට ඉන්නවා නම් හොඳට ආගන්න. බලු පැටව දෙන්නෙක් ඉන්නවා හොඳේ ගෙදර. You have 2 puppies or 2 dogs. One dog is a very pain, you know, you have to pull and go. He doesn't come, you have to keep on pulling. There's another dog who takes you and go. He pulls you. Which dog do you like? Honestly, tell me. Which dog do you like? The one you have to pull and go, or the dog who pulls you and go? Tell me.
We have the second answer, sir. The dog which pulls us and go.
Of course, Pute. Very true. People also like that. If you have to keep on pushing people, do that, why didn't you do this? It becomes a pain. Companies will love people who come with solutions. Uta, again, I'm giving you another example. Very important. I had an MD from Australia called Kurt Singh. I can remember the names also. In my 30s. You know, when you walk in this room, it's a massive room. You have to walk, a few yards to his room. On his table, on one side, there are two signboards, like big size. You like this. Can I show you? It's like this. This is the size of 2 bricks. Either side. On one side, it says, are you part of the problem or solution? On the other side, I am interested in solution, not in problems. Now, I'm giving you some examples for you to prepare yourself. So remember, don't go to your boss with a problem. They have hired you. Why? To sort out their problem. Otherwise, they won't take you, no. So remember, Buddha, companies don't love us. Therefore, we must be mindful. Why have they hired me? To do a job. There are problems in that area. So I'm going to solve them. So whenever you go to the boss, use your brain and say, boss or whoever whom you call, sir, I have few solutions to this problem. What do you think is better? There you can ask for the advice. Don't ever go with a problem. See, one thing, you are using your brain. You are learning the job. My God, the boss will think, this girl or this boy will never come to me with a problem. He comes with solutions. See, that is your motivation, Pute. Other thing is, when you say motivation, when your boss says, you say good morning, but he doesn't say it. Some people are disturbed with that also. Your motivation, you have to maintain. You go to work, you work not because of the boss, because you want to make a career. Therefore, maybe boss has some other issues. You should not get disturbed. So you have to be a self-starter. So that's a level of motivation. Then, number 3, you need to have the interest. What is interest? Interest is the one that will take you to the destination you want to go to. Then me pennana puthe rudder කියලා තියෙනනේ rudder. මේ boat එකේ නේද ඔයා දැකලා තියෙනනේ coxman අර ඊට පස්සේ අර මෙහෙම මෙයා කරනකොට boat වෙනස් වෙනවා. That's called the rudder. RUDDER. You can Google and see. Rudder in the plane is in the tail. That's the one that change the direction. So this is your interest that will decide where you want to go to. So now imagine, these are not my theories. These are the theories of the industrial psychologists. So 3 elements I told you, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So we have 5 minutes more, sir.
5 minutes more. Okay, very good. Then the next one is this. 2 engines when you have the missing point. Do you think when you start a race, they will finish at the same time? So they have the similar engine. I told you the brain power, full of fuel, motivation is same. They have the same interest. They want to go to Katargam today. This is a race. Do you think they end up together? You have seen races. They will not end up finish together. There is a difference in that performance. That is the personality that will bring about that change. So number one, your engine, that is the brain power, the ability. Second one is your motivation, that's the fuel part. Number three, the interest. This is the character. What do you mean by character? Values, beliefs, mentality, attitude, and competences. So you have to develop your character, your positive attitudes, can-do attitudes, your skill sets, all that come under this. Okay. You know, sometimes mentality. What is mentality? Some people give in for the slightest thing. Some people, they hold on. They don't give in that easy. So this is personality. So in other words, I'll go to the performance factors. What are the performance factors? Ability, engine, fuel, rudder, and the hull. These are the four elements. Now, there are 5 types of people in a company. People who make things happen. Now, these are the things I'm educating you. You must understand what kind of people you are. People who make things happen, which means they are the people who do things. Without them, there is no company. People who work nagging. Somehow, you know, anda. But still they are doing some work. That's okay. But don't be a nagger. I'm giving you this example to identify what sort of a person you are. People who watch things happen. Somehow don't know what is happening also in the company. They just go and do various things. They are personal things. People who wonder what happens. People who obstruct what happens. Some people have very problems to the company. So you think out of this, be number one. Sorry. What happened? But okay.
I think the screen zoomed in.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. Now, Puta, these are career ladder. So I'm sure whenever you go, you will be coming to the bottom line. You will be not getting to the managing others, no. So when you come onto these career changing levels, you have to understand what skill set you have to develop. Managing yourself and managing others, these are different skill sets, right? Then I thought with this I will stop. Do you think I have 1 minute for this? No?
I'm afraid we're running a bit on time, sir.
Then there is question and answer session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Pudha, these are things I thought I will share with you. Lot of people fail because love to be in comfort zone and complacency. You love to be in comfort zones. We have our own comfort zone. Now, say for example, I have been a HR consultant. I have been HR director. If I am given a role to do something else, I may think, my God, I'm not very happy. I'm not because I'm now already complacent in my job. I'm doing a good job. Everybody value me. I don't want to go to a new area. So I'm not learning something new in my career. So that's one concern you have to think of. Fear to fail. We think, my God, I don't want to fail there. Endurance, resilience under pressure. We give in for the slightest thing. Ego, we think, no one is there to teach me, I know my job. Mundane career goals. We have very basic needs in life. Those are very mundane career goals. Right? Lack of focus on numerical verbalization. I'm giving you this. Improve on your number skills and communication skills. Make a good intuition on a improve on your number skills and verbal skills, communication. Then focus on technical competences. Every job has a technical area. Learn about the technical aspects. Otherwise, you are not a competent person. Behavioral competences. Api fail any behavior competences. Eka loku area ka. Behaviors, monkyanam, be mindful. People skills and holistic view. I think that's it. There are many more, but change is inevitable. Growth is optional. You understand that? You can't, stop change. Change is inevitable. About growth is optional. Api making diunun at the kineka, we have to take a decision. I wish all of you every success. So, okay, Q&A.
Thank you
Any
so much, sir.
questions?
Before you all go into the question and answer session, please take a little bit of your time to fill in the form, Google form, which I have shared the link, and tell us about your comments and your views. Also, by filling the form, you are letting us know that you actively participated in the session. So just take a moment and fill in the form. Thank you. And also, sir, we had a few questions while you were doing the session, sir, if I may pose one or two.
Yeah.
So the first thing is by Parami Amanda. Her question was, what are the most important points when it comes to self-introduction as a fresher, a person out of university looking for a new job?
Good. Am I to answer now?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah. Very good question. Now, Puta, this is exactly what I was preparing you for. Now, you know what exactly the employer wants. So I gave you the picture from the employer. Now, when you go for this, you have to make sure you are the best person that they must select. Now they have a choice. They have plethora of candidates. You are not the only candidate. So Puta, remember, they have a wide choice, spread of candidates. So in that case, you have to ensure in your communication, you are giving them the idea, sir, I am the best for you. Take me. So in order to do that, you have to harp on the performance factors I mentioned. Number one, you must emphasize, sir, well, this is what I think of myself. I know that I have these, academic qualifications, and these are my extracurricular activities that has helped me, with my social skills, soft skills. For a job, you need the hard skills and the soft skills, right? So over the years, during my school career, this is what I was trying to develop. Now I'm looking for a career. And in my case, in this case, I believe that I have the educational background. So I believe in the brain capacity to do the job. I'm a self-starter. I have the level of motivation to do the job, so that I don't expect my boss to be behind me, right? I'm a performer. I want to be a performer. And if there are issues, I will not come to you with the problem. I would love to come with solutions. And I have the interest about my career. This is what I want to be in the next 5 years, 10 years. And I think I have the right. What else do you want? The right personality for the job, which means your value system, your right attitude, right? And that you like to learn because you are still a beginner, right? And I have all the other competences that I want to develop on. So I believe that I will deliver to you, and I expect you will give me an opportunity to prove myself. More than enough. So you have covered everything in that answer.
Thank you, sir. And also, we have a request from Hamza to just briefly, very briefly summarize the health part, how you talk about the health of a person, how important the health is.
Health needs. The answer, the question is health needs.
Yes, yes, sir.
You mean at an interview?
Yes, like
Oh,
how you spoke about health, how important
yes.
your health is as
Excellent.
a personality.
Excellent, excellent. I love that. In my case, when you say you have to be sporty in life, sporty doesn't mean that you have to be a sportsman. You have to have that thinking. The people who are sporty, I'll tell you, now when you go to work, you don't want to get into competition. Competition is a sick word, Pute. Competition is a sign of jealousy. Competition doesn't mean you are improving. Your competitor is yourself. You have to compete with yourself. This is what I am today. Tomorrow I want to be this. You should not do it because, in match with another person. You're a benchmark. Benchmark. Now I'll give you one example. Say, I have few people, friends in the group, right? In the class. I am getting about, say, 55 marks for some subject. Next guy is getting 65. Another guy is getting about 60 something, right? So now I'm comparing, my God, I'm 55. Tomorrow I have to get 66. That is very useless comparison. By comparing, with whom are you comparing? With another average guy you are comparing. You're a benchmark. Then you must see, okay, the best in the class is in the 90s. What are their different qualities? Benchmark, not that you are jealous. You want to upskill yourself to that level. What are the things that they do? How do they allocate time? Be a friend with them. Move with them. You are not jealous. You want to benchmark yourself and upskill yourself. Say, I want to be a super cricketer. Right? Now, dreaming won't help you. Dream must be put into action. Action makes the difference. You can dream, but you have to put that into action. Now, say, for example, Sanghakara. Sanghakara is a constant guy who does practices. One match in England, 2 matches he got out at very low score. Third match, before the third match, he faced 50 overs at the nets. Imagine, 50 overs at the nets. Following day, he hammered a century. Practice. Practice make you perfect. Right practice, not the wrong practice. Right practice make you perfect. So like that, that is what you have to do when you want to, basically, compete, right? Now, the question is about being sporty is because you have to basically spend at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes with some regular exercise. You must do it like a prayer. Do a little stretching. You don't have to go to the gym all the time. That is all. I don't believe in that. You can do quite a lot. You can do a road run. You can do a walk. And then be mindful of your intake of food. At young age, you can eat a little bit more, but be mindful and weigh yourself. Weigh yourself. These are small, rituals I'm talking of. Then you automatically become very light and you become very energetic. When you are bulky, it kills your energy levels. So that is what I mean by, doing sports. That means you don't have to be a sportsman. Be sporty. I hope I answered. Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
actually, sir, we have more than so many questions. We will take to another session, sir. And
Yes.
also covering basic interview skills also. Am I right, Tara?
Yes,
Because
sir. Yes,
there are
indeed.
more than 50, 60 questions. So
Don't worry. Because of this young audience, I will come another day for them. Then
okay,
I will teach them the kind of criteria that they have to face really at a physical interview.
okay, sir. That would be very great.
But all this time I was telling them what the company wants from them. No point going for an interview. No point going for an interview if they don't know what the company wants.
True. Thank you so much, sir.
I hope this session has given them some insight. I hope they gathered something out of this.
The comments do say so, sir. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Do they really say very useful?
Yes, they do, sir.
You should look at. I will share these comments. So you should look at those comments.
No, I am very happy if they have made use of this opportunity, Pata. As very senior people, we are basically like the grandparents for them, right? As a grandpa, and I have little, grandchildren of that age. So I know what you all want, and I have gone through your age, and I have gone through different phases in my life, in the career, in personal life. So I thought, that's why I volunteered myself to do this for you all. And on behalf of the children there, you let me know any day. We'll have a good interactive session.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Pita. Thank you so much.
The audience, you can show your appreciation by filling in the Google form. Let us know your comments. We would love to hear your suggestions and your views on the webinar. And thank you so much, Mr. Jayasinghe. Thank you, sir, for everything you shared with us.
Thank you, Pata. Thank you so much. If it was of some use, I think that's what I wanted. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jayasinghe. Thank you very much.
Hope you have a pleasant evening ahead.
Yes, thank you.
Wish you all a very pleasant evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Bye.
Bye, sir. God bless you.